This is a video about checking your 220 power source for your RV trailer. And obviously if you're in a RV trailer and you need power, you're going to go to, if it's a larger trailer, 50 amp service. This is a 50 amp plug. You can see that it's got the ground up here, it's got the two hots side to side, and the neutral down on the bottom. That is a 50 amp plug. And and it's in a box like it would be on the end of one of your cords. So that's the typical 50 amp female electrical plug, 220 volt. Now, here's the tester that you'd use to test that with. You can see they may be orange, they may be yellow, depending on what kind you have. And it's got graduations up here at the top. It can work for DC or AC. Obviously we're working with AC, if I can get it focused here. And it's got AC, DC, it's got 120, 240, 480, and 600. Now obviously we want to find 220 or 240 volts across the two hot legs. The two hot legs are this one and this one. These are the hot legs across from each other. This is the ground, this is the neutral. When you test it from this inset to this inset, should be 220 or 240 depending on your situation. If you're in a situation where you're tied into a three-phase, it'll be 208, but you'll still get that across these two. If you go from this one to this one, it's going to read 120. If you go from this one to this one, it's going to read 120. If you go from this one to this one, it's going to read 120. If you go from this one to this one, it's going to read 120. Now, if you're in a situation and you happen to have where you go from this plug to this one and you're finding it to be 220, that means that the electrician has hooked you up wrong, and that you've got a 220 across this, which is you've got it wired wrong, or you've got a wild leg on three-phase. Don't plug the trailer into that. 220 from here to here, here to here, 220. If it's 220 from here to here, don't plug in. 220 from here to here, don't plug in. 220 from here to here, probably not going to work because you just wired to the ground, it's going to short it out. But it's very important to be sure that the power from these two is no more than 220, and from this one to this one and this one to this one, each one of them is no more than 120. That way your trailer will function fine. Now this tester can be used, you can plug the cords. I want to plug one of them in. You can plug one cord or one of the probes into the tester itself and stick it in, and then take the other hand and stick it in and take the other hand and put the other in. And when you put it in there, it's going to, if it's on 220, it's going to buzz. It's going to, if it's on that 240, it is going to buzz, and you're going to feel it buzz, maybe vibrate, and there's a little light down here that will come on right here. This light right here will come on 220. It'll also buzz a little bit on 120, not as hard as it does on 220. But it's very important that you check your plug. Any church that you go to or any RV park anywhere, don't trust anybody on the electricity coming to your trailer. This little tester in about 3 or 4 minutes will save you so many headaches. If you don't have a tester like this, call me or text me, and I'll get you one right out there so you'll have one. That's it. Thank you.